If you are just writing a book for fun or self-expression, this video is not for you. But if your goal is to actually make money on Amazon KDP, you need to know this. I dug through real self-published author forums, Reddit threads, keyword research tools like Publisher Rocket, and genre data from self-published books on bestsellers list. And here's the truth. Some KDP niches consistently flop, meaning slim to no chance of building real income. In this video, I'm going to show you the worst selling self-publishing niches on Amazon across low content nonfiction and fiction. And I'm also going to share smarter, more profitable angles that you can use instead. First up, indie poetry. Now, most self-published poets struggle to sell unless they already have a platform. In the traditional publishing world, poetry is some of the hardest work to get published. And even though when I search demand for poetry on Publisher Rocket, demand actually looks pretty decent, when you look at all of the poetry books that are selling on Amazon, I don't see any self-published authors. Readers aren't actively searching for unknown indie poetry collections. Now, an angle you might want to explore instead if you write poetry, try incorporating it into a prompt-based journal in a niche that has high demand and low competition. Alternatively, you could create a poetry collection from famous poets whose work is in the public domain, and then create a collection based on a particular theme. But make sure that you do the research first to see if you can come up with some keywords that would help you get discovered in the Amazon store. And I've got plenty of videos on this channel all about how to conduct keyword research. Next up is niche literary fiction. Now, this is storytelling that's written for a very specific kind of reader, definitely not for everyone and not for the mass market. It focuses on beautiful writing, ideas, and emotional depth. That's the literary part, but it also zooms in on a particular world, an identity, a question, or a subculture that only some readers are going to feel intensely drawn to. Now, literary fiction, abstract short stories, or philosophical novellas aren't big movers on Amazon if you're a brand new self-published author, and they're likely to underperform. The better strategy instead, if you're just starting out and want to make a name for yourself, and make money with your books, is to start with more marketable fiction genres like romance, mystery, or fantasy, or even sci-fi, and then layering in some of your unique storytelling on top of that. Next up, we have generic children's books. Now, many new KDP authors start here, and while success is absolutely possible, it's just a little bit harder. Now, the issue isn't children's books overall, but a lack of differentiation and targeting along with amateur-looking illustrations. This is usually the problem. Self-published children's books can be really hard to sell without professional illustrations, clear targeting, or educational value. Now, a better option instead, educational workbooks or activity books for a specific age group. These are definitely in high demand on KDP, but make sure you niche down. So for example, you might want to focus on Christian kids or ADHD kids, or maybe it's like a siblings do it together activity book or something like that. You want to make sure you're not going too broad. Next is untargeted low content books. Now, this is probably obvious by now, but I still see beginner low content publishers fall into this trap. Now, I will often recommend when a person first gets started in low and medium content publishing that they start out with something like a lined notebook or journal, but only so that they can see how simple the publishing process is. After that, you should quickly move away from this because these types of books are highly oversaturated, highly difficult to differentiate, and subsequently, they just don't sell. Now, according to BookBolt and other KDP research tools, these niches are flooded and almost impossible to rank for unless you're driving external traffic. A better option is to niche down with problem-solving formats like a daily ADHD planner for college students, for example. Now, there is still an absolute ton of money to be made in low and medium content publishing, and if you want to learn how to do it the right way, how to properly research and publish these low and medium content books for passive income, download my free guide, 3 Steps to Publishing Your First Low Content Book in Less Than a Day. I have left a link to that down in the description below. Next up is hyper obscure or over niched categories. So just like we can go too broad, we can actually go too far the other way and get too hyper niched. Just because a category has low competition, it doesn't actually mean there's any demand. Now, if you're using tools to research keywords on KDP, which is always a great thing, you might fall into the trap of finding certain keywords that seem like they have no competition, and you might think, great, no competition, perfect, I'm gonna publish this book. But what some people don't realize is why the competition is so low. Sometimes it's because there's no demand either. So for example, if I type in gratitude journal for rose gardeners, we've got a 40 competitive score, which is excellent, but there's an estimated less than 100 searches per month, meaning this really isn't an idea worth pursuing because no one's even looking for it to begin with. Now, there is a little bit of an art form between, niching down to something that has less competition, but then niching down so far that you lose the demand as well. Now, this isn't always easy, but this is why I love tools like Publisher Rocket, where I can see not just the competitive score, but the estimated monthly searches as well. Now, just as a tip, I really like to see around 1,000 searches per month, but definitely nothing under 100, because that just means nobody's looking for it. So whatever self-publishing idea you have, if you want to make money from them, make sure that you validate demand before you create. So free tools like AMZ Suggestion Expander can help you get there. Publisher Rocket is paid, but it is my absolute favorite. And now, if you want to learn how you can actually reverse engineer a bestseller, making sure that your book does sell, check out this video next. Thanks for watching.